Hey y'all, it's a4J plus Mango, and we have one for y'all today. We're making soy milk. Yup, homemade fresh soy milk. This here is a pound of soybeans. They're not quite ready to use yet, but take note of how small it is.
Oh yeah, it looks like little peas without its pod, but yellow.
But if we want to make soy milk, we can't use it just yet. We'll need to soak the beans in 2 to 3 times the amount of water to beans. Begin soaking it overnight, or if you forget, a whole day is okay too.
Okay. Why did you decide to make this, Mom? Seems to me like it's inconvenient, and ain't nobody got time for that.
I'll explain as we go, but for now, can you tell how different the soybean looks now that we waited a whole day?
Whoa! It looks like a can of white beans.
Right? So our recipe card is actually for half a pound since it makes a lot. So let's scoop half of it out so we can blend it with more water. It's about 7 cups of water for half a pound of beans. Blend it until it's kinda smooth but still grainy.
Smooth and grainy. Those are opposites. Oh, when you ladle it out like that, I can see the difference. It does look kinda silky smooth, but you can still see the grains.
So in order to make this, you'll need a large cloth bag or a fine cheesecloth so that none of this blended beans can get through it. This bag is super dry and stiff, so Mommy actually moistened it with water so that we can roll it down to pour the blended soybeans in.
I see. It's kinda like how I roll a bag of chips down to get more chippies out without dirtying my paws.
I guess so, but in this case, we just don't want to get the soybeans everywhere, especially into the bowl. If we get any grains outside of the bag or bowl, it'll go into the soy milk drink, and that's not very pleasant.
Whoa, Mom, you didn't even squeeze the bag yet, and all that soy milk already came out.
Yep, let's pour that into a large pot or container for now so that we don't overflow. Grandma's cloth is actually pretty fine, so it takes a lot of effort to squeeze out all the soy milk. It's quite the workout, and I'm making a mess.
Okay, Mom, I'm gonna ask you again. Why did you make this?
I guess I'm making this to show y'all that I can. Mom wanted to make this because of nostalgia. When Grandma made this, Mom was always here to help. So I guess I really enjoy making things from scratch.
Wow, Mom, you're so cool. Respect. I think it's kinda cool to see how some of our foods are made too. So this is totally worth it.
I'm glad you get it, Mango. Mommy actually wants to make this too so that these things don't get forgotten and that our stories actually still gets passed along. This is what's left of our soybeans after we squeezed out as much liquid from it. You can certainly compost the beans, which is what Grandma does, or be wasteful and throw it in the trash, like Mom. So we got about 7 cups of soy milk here, and now we just need to cook off the raw soybean taste.
Mom, I noticed you have a note in your recipe card to not bring it to a boil.
Good eye, Mango. You can actually bring it to a boil using high heat, but just be very careful and lower the heat as soon as this happens, because before you know it, the soy milk will easily boil over. We want to cook this for about 10 to 15 minutes to cook off the raw edge. You'll know when it's ready because it'll get really foamy. That's when we want to add half a cup of sugar and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Stir it until it dissolves and taste it because you might want it sweeter than Mommy. Also, this is optional, but during this stage, you can go ahead and skim off the foam before serving. Once the soy milk starts to cool down, you'll notice that there'll be a thin layer of curd that starts to form on the surface. This is totally normal, and that curd is actually edible, but Mom doesn't like it in the drink, so we'll remove it.
Wow, soy milk is so cool and easy to make. Oh wait, you're serving this hot?
Yeah, fresh soy milk, in Chinese we call it 道接ជួយ, is great when it's served warm, and especially if you pair it with some Chinese donut, 鱼饺粿. Mommy actually fried some up so that we could eat it together.
Oh my god, Mommy! You made these from scratch? You're incredible, Hulk!
Aw, thanks, Mangs. Here you go. Mom cooled down some soy milk so that you could have a taste. What do you think?
Oh wow, Mommy! This soy milk tastes so delicious and light. I love how it's not overly sweet either. I can't really taste the Chinese donut, but I can tell it's very different from the sweet donuts from Krispy Kreme. 鱼饺粿 goes really well with fresh soy milk.
I'm so glad you enjoyed the 道接ជួយ with 鱼饺粿, Mangs. This is pretty basic Chinese breakfast actually. Instead of coffee and donuts, we eat soy milk and Chinese donuts. Check out our website at a4J.com for a blog post on soy milk and get a free copy of this handwritten recipe. That's all for G and Mango.